afraid of monsters. Ooh. Who is it? I am. What about if I tell you that there are monsters who follow you everywhere? They even sleep with you. That's scary, right? Pero those monsters, and honor guess, our body has hundreds, not even hundreds, thousands of little monsters inside of us. They are called microorganisms. And they are so little, so tiny, that we only can see in a microscope, under a microscope. Or at least if we're making them to grow up in a very big amount, like we do in a clinical laboratory. That's where I work. These microorganisms are bacteria, fungus, and yeast. And that's that we all have inside of us. For example, let me show you to you how we work in the lab for this microorganism. For example, if you go to the doctor because you have an infection in your throat, you go to the doctor and the doctor get this. I lost something there. A swab. He said, "Oh, you have throat problems? Open your mouth. Why? Ah!" And he get a specimen from there, right? Anyone has that before? And then the doctor send the specimen to the laboratory. And what we do there, we get some dishes like this. They call petri dishes. And they have a material inside that is like an agar. We call agar, but it's like a jelly. And it has food for the bacteria or the fungus. It can be blood from animals. This one is from blood, made of blood, or sugar. And what we do, we get the specimen and we plate it in there. That's the way that we call plate it, put in there. And keeping some instruments that has a warm temperature like human body. So let's cook it there for 2 days. So I tried myself. And I put it to cook 2 days ago. So the specimen from my mom. Take a look.
Interesting.
You see?
That's big.
When I practice this in front of my husband, he looks a little concerned. He said, "Honey, are those from your mom?" Like she said. And I said, "Yes, why?" "Well, I think today was the last day I kissed you." He forgot he also has that bacteria in his mouth, like everybody else. I have a list here. Oops.
Careful.
I have a list here of some normal flora. That's the way that it's called. That the bacteria that normally live in our body. So normal flora from our mouth are many, because our mouth is the first defense that we have in our body. And believe it or not, these little monsters are our friends. Yes, we have a relationship that we call symbiotic, because we both benefits. They eat from us, and they help us to metabolize our food. And they also kill the bad little monsters that can invite us. I see some faces, it's scary, right? So in order to keep this good relationship, we have to have a good condition of this relationship. We have to maintain their house, which is our body, in good condition. having good habits, like eating healthy food, not too much sugar, because believe me, the bad little masters, they love sugar. No alcohol, no sodas, no alcohol, no cigarettes, and sleeping enough hours. My mouth is getting dry. Because if we don't do that, the good little masters can die because their house is not good anymore for them to live. And the bad little masters can start growing up uncontrollably. Ooh, I chose the wrong word to say it. Like this one, Streptococcus pyogenes. They live in our mouth in a low quantity. But if we let them to grow up too much, they go to our throat. And that's when we have a strep throat. And we have an infection. And if we don't treat that, the strep throat can go to our heart and produce heart problems. So that's the game. In the market, we have some helpers, like a mouthwash. They kill the bad little monsters, and they keep alive the good little monsters. And also, they have some yogurts that have probiotics products, which are just bacteria in there. The bacteria is called lactobacillus. Yes, we bacteria in the yogurt. So next time that I will ask you if you are afraid to little masters, I guess you won't be afraid. And you won't be afraid to kiss your partner and cheer the good little masters.